back to an all-new episode of Let's Talk About Star Wars with Maggie Levitt. Today is Valentine's Day, and because of that, I decided today's episode should be love-themed. So I purchased this super adorable Boba Fett sweatshirt from BoxLunch earlier this week because I would search the galaxy for you. I also really love Boba Fett now, so it seemed timely for me to pick up a cute Valentine's Day themed sweatshirt with Boba Fett on it. Because today is Valentine's Day, I thought that we should talk about ships. Now, I'm not talking about Lando and the Millennium Falcon or Luke and his love for his ship in the expanded universe. I am talking about actual ships in the Star Wars universe. Whether it's canon, fanon, crack ship, or anything in between, we're talking about the ships that you brought up on Twitter. First up, we have Alan offering up Storm Pilot Forever. Yes, definitely a 100% cosign. Still forever bitter that we didn't get Poe and Fenn because that would have been adorable. Alan also mentions the new Claudia book, Into the Dark, and saying that he ships Wraith and Dez. I could definitely see that. I was wondering if I was just like reading it subtextually, but definitely feeling something there. Norhal said, well, the typical, Han and Leia, Rey and Ben, Kanan and Hera, Obi-Wan and Satine. Yes, 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 and yes. Annabelle Greer said Padme and Anakin felt too basic, so I had to go with my second faves, which are Jyn and Cassian. Same girl. Norhal also said Boba and Fennec, which, yes, I've been on that ship, on that train since the very first episode introducing them together. And how could you not ship them after the Book of Boba Fett teaser? That just, how could you not? Arzu points out that she and I have the same taste in ships, both canonical and crack ship, which is 100% true. The things that go on in our DMs. Duchess of Darksaber Light said Obi-Teen, Han Leia, Kanera, Anadala, Bo-Katan, and Finn Rao. I could see that. Definitely not one that's on my list. Clarissa asked if crack ships are allowed because she loves the idea of Ginger Rose. Yes. I think it should come as no surprise that I am a fan of enemies to lovers. Anyone who knows me knows that is the case with me. So definitely I see the potential of the whole Hux and Rose ship. It's a fun crack ship, and I like when people handle the problematic aspects of it and right those wrongs. So yeah, totally into that crack ship. Candace at the Geeky Waffle said, Kanan and Hera have the best relationship in all of Star Wars. Fight me. Oh, I could fight you, but I would just have to play the Doomsday theme, and I would instantly cripple you. Wendy Alexander said Rey and Ben, obviously. That's an absolute given for me. Scott Gibson said Storm Pilot and Sinjir and Condor. Yeah, definitely see that. Norhal also suggested Bo-Katan and Den, which I could get behind. We all know that my big Din ship is Din and Omera, so always going to love them, but I would not complain. Kamose, he posted so many good ships from the expanded universe, aka Legends. Man, Mara Jade and Luke will always have a special place in my heart, so yeah, totally. Oh man. And the relationship from Battlefront. Oh, so many good ships. Radio Rebellion, Avar Chris and Elzar Man. Yeah. Light of the Jedi, don't want to spoil things. Yeah, really looking forward to see where that ship goes. Thrawn and Arlani. Yeah, and as well as Chas and Quell. Yeah, definitely 100% into those ships. Mike Kennedy said Cal and Marin. Yes, I instantly shipped them when I played Jedi Fallen Order, and I was really surprised that nobody was talking about it for a really long time. So super happy to see Cal and Marin represent in this long thread of Star Wars ships. Allie Andrews said Kanan and Hera, Sabine and Ezra, Obi-Wan and Satine, Zeb and Callus. Yes, 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 and yes. Angie said my beloved Jen and Cassian. That comes no surprise. Yes, 100%. Scout said Vanessa, Emmanuel Doza, and Cal and Marin is a given. Yeah, yes. Alex also suggested Ginger Rose. Yes. Let's see who else. So many Finn and Poes. Love it. I'm so glad that the fandom has really rallied around that ship. It is such a good ship. Still super disappointed. But you know what? I hold out hope. It's not too late. It could still happen. Those characters still have a future. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Paul said Canera. Yeah. I feel like everybody loves Kanan and Hera, and that just brings me so much joy and tragedy. Oh, Lord of Alderaan suggested Qui-Gon Jinn and Shmi. Yeah, I mean, if Qui-Gon had just, like, quit the Jedi Order, stayed on Tatooine, shacked up with Shmi, became a father figure for Anakin, a lot of people would still be alive, including all three of them. Tally, of course, posted Legos. Love you, Tally. Obi-Teen. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yes. 100%. No surprise here that Connor suggested Cal and Marin at all. Love it so much. Let's see. Are there any, like, surprising? Let's see. We also have Ventress and Quinlan Voss. Yes. Also, Ventress is just, like, super shippable with anyone. Love that Mark White suggested Orca and Flix, and also that Anakin would have been Me Too'd. Yeah, definitely. Also, loving Corky with literally anyone else. Anyone else. Yeah, I could see that. Jacqueline coming in with Ahsoka and Barriss. Yes. Yeah, 100%. Ooh, yeah, another Ahsoka and Barriss. Yes. Loving that Matthew Edwardson had come up with a whole chart for where he was on the yay, meh, and nay, scheme of things when it comes to relationships. Also loving Josh with Ben and Rey, Kanan and Hera, Han and Leia, Anakin and Padme, Finn and Poe. I call those the canon ships. More Obi-Teen, loving it. More Kanan and Hera, so much Kanan and Hera, loving it. I'm still side-eyeing DJ and the Star Wars social media account for hurting our feelings yesterday with a little Kanan and Hera love. Not fair, man. Not fair. More Reylo, loving it. Loving Magna coming in with some Tolfra from the Dr. Aphra comics. Of course, Han and Leia. I mean, loving Amanda's GIF use as well. How could we say no to Han and Leia? Also, Chris Swift coming in with Poe and Finn. Loving it. So much. Oh, of course, I'm being dragged a little bit for bringing the gospel of Padme and Obi-Wan to the people. The people demanded it, and I delivered it. It's a thing. You should look into it. It's a pretty decent ship. People's lives probably could have been saved if Padme had looked at Obi-Wan instead of Anakin. But that's just what I'm saying. Oh my god, there's so many good replies. Absolutely love the amount of engagement I got from this. Somebody was saying that they thought they were going to be getting some reactions on this, but that they like the idea of Maul and Ahsoka. Like I said, big enemies to lover shipper. Also, absolute fan of Darth Maul, even though he killed my beloved Qui-Gon Jinn. I do ship an older Ahsoka with Maul. Rebels era would be fine with me. But yeah, I definitely see the shippability of that. All he had to do was say, like, join me, and I was like, I'm absolutely predictable when it comes to who I ship. So definitely into that. Ghost Warrior F you. Don't worry. You're not going to get flack from me. But that, I think, is all of the replies I got. Absolutely love just how many different ships got brought up, and I love how many we share in common. I really love that there's so many ships that we can get behind. You know, fandom can be a really toxic place, especially when relationships get brought into it. The more the merrier. I used to have really different ideas about ships, and I am so happy that I am just a multi-shipper, shipping everyone with anyone, and just going with the flow of things. It's such a nice life to live because there's so much love, and there's so many great shippers out there. So just, embrace what you love, pick and choose which relationships that, mean something to you or resonate with you, and just have a good time. That's something I loved about this book was that it had so many different ships in it, and it just highlighted so many of the relationships and friendships and family relationships that really made Star Wars what Star Wars is. And so I thought that for my next little segment, I would talk about a couple of my favorite stories that Amy highlighted in her absolutely fantastic I Love You, I Know book. So now I'm going to do that. It should come as no surprise that the first passage that I'm going to read to you is from the Obi-Wan and Satine section with the great quote, "Had you said the word, I would have left the Jedi Order. Why don't you just stab me in the heart with a lightsaber?" That got me right in the feels, and I just love this passage because it's talking about rethinking priorities and true love. Endeavor to find balance in the Force and in your love life. Obi-Wan Kenobi and Duchess Satine chose to honor the duties of their positions as a Jedi Knight and the pacifist leader of Mandalore, even when that decision meant they could never be together. Your partner and you may find yourselves at a crossroads and forced to make difficult decisions. Whether it's moving farther away or spending more time on a business venture, discuss the dilemma with your partner and express your wishes. And while it's important to think about others, it's your life and your decision. You should be at peace with any decision you make. And I think that's, such a good piece of advice. So many people make decisions based on what they think other people are going to think about them. And it's really important that you just focus on yourself and focus on the decisions you have to live with, because nobody else has to live with your decisions. You have to live with your decisions. So I thought that was very sweet, and a nice little highlight. Let's go to another one. You know what? Let's just go straight in for the kill with some Han and Leia. I love you, I know. Learn how to say I love you. One comes from royalty, the other is a pirate, but Han and Leia don't let their different backgrounds and communication styles get in the way of their romance. Some scruffy-looking nerf herders may show you that they love you before they actually say it aloud. They might show their love by offering you the last bite of their favorite snack, while you're more likely to give your partner lavish compliments or write them a love letter. The key is to stay tuned in to what the other person needs. Remember, what's really important is that both of you feel loved. And again, that's such a poignant little piece of advice. Everybody has different kinds of love languages. This is something I was talking about earlier today, in fact. So it's important to just listen to your partner and listen to your friends and anybody who you feel affection for, and find out how you can communicate and convey your feelings for them in a way that works with both of your love languages. So I thought that was a sweet little connection. Let's go to another one. Now this one isn't about romantic love. This is about Obi-Wan and Anakin. You are my brother. You can't save everyone. Even when you have the high ground, you can't always trust the ones you love to be there with you. Obi-Wan Kenobi trained Anakin Skywalker as a Jedi. Years later, they fought alongside each other as brothers in the Clone War. But this wasn't enough to stop the fear and hate building inside Obi-Wan's protege. You can try your best to instill good in the ones you love, but you can't always prevent them from making poor choices. Lead by example, but know Only they have the power to reject the dark side. That is very true. Do not waste energy on people that aren't going to be able to be changed. You can only do so much. And now I'm going to hurt myself with one last reading. It's complicated. Unexpected connection. When Ray and Ben Solo first met, they were on very different paths. Ray is a scavenger on Jakku. Ben is a leader in the First Order known as Kylo Ren. Ray tries to convince Ben to join her on her path to the light side, but he is deeply immersed in darker forces. There is balance in everything, except that people may be stuck in their ways, but do not dismiss their potential for change and redemption. If your connection is positive, you should be able to bring out the good in each other, and with some luck, you could one day find yourself coming together to defeat a common enemy. So if you haven't picked this book up, I really strongly suggest that you do. It is such a great book, and it also looks really nice on a shelf next to Funko Pops of your favorite relationships. It's just a really sweet book, and Amy did such a wonderful job with it. And now to wrap up today's episode, I wanted to talk about a couple of my Valentine's Day themed purchases, just to show them off because I think they're cute and I have had them sitting around and I haven't opened them yet, so I'm just gonna open them today. This super cute, the child in his pram, is more Star Wars themed socks because, I definitely needed more of those in my life. I picked this up from Target. As you can see, it is meant to be like a Valentine's Day gift, so to and from The Mandalorian. Super cute socks. I'm going to open it now and show you the designs inside. I just love socks. I don't wear socks, but I love socks. So, as if I didn't need more from my Star Wars Mandalorian themed advent calendar, Mom, don't judge me. I know you're watching this. Don't judge me. So inside this adorable little box is 3 pairs of socks. The child saying, "Be mine." The child in the pram with the cutest in the galaxy. And then some Mandalorian and the child heads with hearts. Super cute. Maybe I'll wear them at some point in my life. I also picked up this one, which got super damaged in shipping. So no great loss when I open it here and probably destroy it. Because this is just going to go and sit on my bookshelf. I'm not a sucker person. So let's see. But this brought back my childhood memories. I didn't even know they still made these. And then, of course, with it being The Mandalorian, of course I purchased it. So here we have it. It is one of these, poor Mando's head. But the concept behind this kind of reminds me of that super terrifying Jar Jar Binks, candy thing where you, ate his tongue. The 90s were weird, and apparently things are still kind of weird because you will stick this in here and then lick the Mandalorian's brain. So that's a thing. Definitely not going to be eating these suckers, but super cute. I'm sure you will be able to find them at the end of a Target aisle if you are risking your life and the pandemic to shop Target. And then I bought these with the best intentions. I was going to mail these to my friends because, I have friends that like Valentine's Day cards or something, but I did not. And I have a bag of Valentines and candies that I did not mail. So let's see if they say anything cute or if they're just cute. I'm all ears, Valentine. The force is strong with you. See, there we go. See, where is Mando? There's no Mandos. Oh my god. You're the best in the parsec. There really is no Mando. Oh, there's one for your teacher. It says the number one teacher, the smartest in the galaxy. Okay. I guess that works. I guess they're like, oh yeah, teachers love The Mandalorian. Teachers gonna eat this up. But yeah, so really cute, obviously for children. And me. They really do only have one Mandalorian. Oh. They have two Mandalorian Valentine's Day cards for teachers. None for the children. None for the children, but all for me. And now I have a bag of suckers I'm not going to eat. Nah, I probably will. And then I got this, which is really cute, because nothing says love like Darth Vader, especially if you're me. So these were just caramel candies. They're already gone. The box is really funny because it says that you should put your trinkets and collectibles inside, so I'm gonna put my collectibles and trinkets inside. And that's all I got myself for Valentine's Day. I got myself a t-shirt and some random, obviously made for children's, Mandalorian themed goodies. So did you get anything for Valentine's Day that was Star Wars themed? Have you picked up one of those absolutely adorable cotton candy pink Funko Pops? Because I have one, but it's not coming until June. Let me know down in the comments, what did you get for Valentine's Day? Did you gift somebody with a cool Star Wars themed Valentine's Day gift? I absolutely love hearing from you. If you aren't already subscribing, what are you doing? Go ahead and ring that bell. Make me cringe inside that I sound like a YouTuber. And, subscribe. Stick around. I have some decently quality content. Most of my videos are just like this, where I ramble into a camera for 15 to 20 minutes talking about Star Wars themed topics. If you haven't already listened to my podcast appearance over on Everything But the Movies, I will have that link down in the comments below. My dear friend Stephen Ray Morris just launched his very own Star Wars podcast talking about all of the Star Wars legends, canons, every book in between, and everything but the movies. It's super awesome. He's worked really hard on coming up with this, and I cannot wait to see what he does with the entire podcast because he has some really fun concepts coming up. So with that, as always, may the Force be with you.